Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Battlefield 5 Open Beta on the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. I'll be doing 1080p, 900p and 720p. To skip to not those sections of the video, check the timestamps down in the description. So first of all, I'll show you 1080p trying to get 60 frames per second, and in order to do so, I had to use tweak settings, pretty much a mix between medium and low with some stuff on high. I turned off ambient occlusion, I lowered lightning effects and post-process, which were the most demanding options. I'll talk more about that later in the video. Then I just crank up the settings to the max to see what frame rate we get, and then I do the same on 900p, and finally at 720p by just using the Ultra preset. I was able to be close to 60 frames per second as well. There are some drops below 60 sometimes, but most of the time it should stay over 50 frames per second. After all that, I'll be showing you briefly the G4560 on both 1080p and 720p targeting 60 frames per second, and the game struggles significantly more compared to the i3-8100. Again, I'll talk more about that in a second, but so far if you took the game correctly, you could get decent frame rate with the 1050 Ti, taking into account that you at least have a quad-core CPU and enough system RAM to handle it. Remember, this is a beta, so the final game should be different. That's why in this video I won't be doing much analysis on the options menu. I'll just tell you what options gave me the best performance by lowering them, and after that I'll talk to you about CPUs. So lighting effects and post-process quality, those options were the ones that gave me the biggest performance hit. I recommend lowering them in groups. Then ambient occlusion is also a performance hit. If you turn it off, you should be getting a lower hit on the GPU. And then the other options I didn't mention, like terrain, undergrowth and mesh quality, I recommend lowering them in groups as well. But one or two options above the lighting effects and post-process quality that you selected. Those were the ways that I got to get the best results, and I recommend using DirectX 11. DirectX 12 is a stuttery mess right now. So far this game is very CPU intensive. In order to get consistent frame rates very close to 60, you need at least a quad-core CPU. I played using an i3-8100, G4560 and i5-8400, and so far the i3-8100 was enough to maintain 60 frames per second most of the time, with some drops every now and then when there are a lot of explosions on screen. It usually stays over 50 frames per second, so yeah, it's a very decent experience, at least in my opinion. Then with the G4560, which is a 2-core 4-thread CPU, the game runs significantly worse. So be aware of that if you have a dual core with hyperthreading, since I got drops into the 30s, sometimes below 30 frames per second, and with the i5-8400 I was able to maintain 60 frames per second much more consistently than the i3. So yeah, we get more cores there, which helps in this case, and it's also important to have more than 8GB of system RAM. The game was over 8GB of usage all the time, with all the systems I tested. It sometimes hit 9GB, so yeah, my recommendation here, have more than 8GB of RAM and in dual channel. That in this game is very important, just like on Battlefield 1. But yeah, expect a video once this game fully releases with more details and all the usual stuff. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
We have taken objective Charlie.
It fucking hurts! Help me! Fuck! Fuck! Stop me!
Be aware that we have lost objective Charlie. We have taken objective easy, soldiers.
Grenade for them! Chucking a bomb!
Objective Charlie is ours.
Where's the bloody medic?
Be aware that Objective Charlie has been lost. Objective Able is lost.
Ammunition, please! Right there! Dangerous!
Attention, Objective Dog is now lost.
Taking it! The objective!
The enemy is now controlling all objectives.
All ground is theirs! Last stand, soldiers! Someone! That's that spare ammo! The objective! Defend it!
Good, we've taken Objective Able. We have taken objective Emil. Good job. Attention, we are losing objective Dora. Objective Caesar is now ours. We have lost objective Caesar. Objective Bertha!
Granate, runter! Helft mir, verdammt nochmal!
Be alert, we are losing objective Bertha. We now control all the objectives. Attention, we have lost objective Emil.
Werfe Granate!
Anfrage für einen V1-Luftschlag auf diese Position. In Ordnung, hier kommt er. Beware, we are losing objective Emil.
Macht euch bereit!
Alert, we have lost objective Anton.
Die Bastarde haben das Ziel erobert!
Objective Bertha has been lost. Objective Emil has been lost, soldiers. We have now taken objective Dora. Objective Emil is ours now. We've taken objective Caesar, soldiers. Objective Emil is lost.
Sehr viel hin. Jetzt zu Licht. Lass nicht locker. Helft mir hier mal.
Good work. Objective Emil is now ours.
Ziel eingenommen.
We have taken Objective Emil. Good job. Been lost. Warning, we have lost Objective Emil. Good job, we've taken Objective Emil. Attention, we are losing Objective Dora. We are losing Objective Dora.